Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome. And if you're new here, I am Audrey, a mom and a nurse based in Belgium. As you may have seen from our title today, we'll be talking about vaginal odor. Why did I decide to do this video? I decided to do this video because it's something that we women, we suffer a lot. We have them. It occurs, it happens to us, and we are ashamed to say it. We are afraid to go to our doctors or our gynecologists to talk about it. But I am coming here not to tell you because I'm a professional, but to give you the little tricks and tips that I do or I can advise somebody to do in order to eliminate this problem. Please, you forgive me if I'm looking down. So I have a book where I noted some points that we'll be talking about today so that I don't go off track. So, what are the causes of vaginal odor? We have several causes of vaginal odor. Vaginal odor can be caused by poor hygiene. We know hygiene is very, very important. And we sometimes do it the right way, but we still miss some points on how to do the proper hygiene. So my first point is poor hygiene, and then another point is it can be caused by infection. You may have infection without knowing, like chlamydia and yeast infections. All these things, infections, they causes odor. So I'm going to talk about some few tips I know that can help other women out there to eliminate this odor. So on my first point I will talk about is to shave your pubic hair. Some women shy away from doing that. They are lazy or I don't know why, but it's important to shave your pubic hair, especially before and after your menses. If you're having pubic hair, make sure before you menstruate you shave them. Why do I say so? This is because your pubic hairs can adhere during your flow. When the blood flows out, some of them can adhere to your pubic hair, and when it stays there, that's a building ground for bacteria because it's going to be moist. And also, once blood adheres to your pubic hairs, it keeps that environment, the blood stays there. And you know what blood can do when it's exposed to air? It starts having some smell that can cause you vaginal odor. So it's advisable to shave before menstruation. Point 2 is during your menstruation you have to use good sanitary pads. Some people prefer tampons, but I personally like going to normal sanitary pads. I'm going to show you a moment, please. So as you may have seen, this is a sanitary pad I use, and this sanitary pad, it comes with feathers, I can say wings. I'm going to open one for you guys to see. This is how it looks inside, guys. It comes with wings. This is what I mean, wings. This helps you to, when you line it into your panties, it helps you to prevent blood from flowing at the corners of the panties and staining them. When it flows and stains those panties, it's going to bring odor. And one thing I will also want to say, tampons are good. I don't have them here because I don't use them. So tampons are good, but I, for one, I don't really like tampons because those are inserted parts. That blood that you had, that menstruation, it's meant to flow out of your body. When you take in tampons, those tampons, they go into your vagina, and what do? They suck blood. But do they really suck out all the blood? It can cause blood clots. And when you have blood clots, that comes out and other infections. with other infections. It can cause you infections because it stays there and it will be difficult to flow out. Therefore, that's a harbor ground for infections. So tampons are good, but I don't really advise them. So what are the other things you can do? When you're on your menstruation, you're menstruating, you need to change your sanitary pads frequently as possible. I, for one, I do it twice. I change my pads every 2 hours. Why? Because when it soaks and you stay a longer time with those sanitary pads on, it sucks blood. And when the blood stays on one spot for long, guys, it starts producing an odor. Those are the simple things. The longer you wear your sanitary pads, the more you start having those odors. So frequently change them. So another point is we have to always, after menstruation, we have to use pants liners for as long as possible. Pants liner is very, very important. Very important. We use them frequently so that when we are women, we do discharge. We have discharges that comes out. So when we wear those pads, those pants liners, and we don't change them, you wear one pants liner for a whole day. What do you expect? You start having those odors because you have discharged. You have some white discharges that have come out, and then you have it for a longer period. So in between your sanitary pads or your pants liner, changing them, you have to use wipes. I always have wipes in my bag. Toilet wipes, toilet paper, just like this one. You get one immediately as you're going to use the loo, or you're changing your sanitary pads, or you're changing your pants liner. You need to have this in your bag. I don't know what you guys have in your handbags, but what I have in my handbags are things like this. You always have them, see them in my bag. These are wipes. They are moist. They are moist. Sorry. So in between in between the periods you're changing your sanitary pads, or when you visit the loo, or you're changing your panty liners, always use this to clean your vagina area before putting on a new fresh sanitary pad or a new fresh pants liner. It is very important. These are the things that will help you remove body odor. We are women. We have a very open anatomy. So anything that is not okay, which is not right, that stays there, it gives odor. So it is very important to have stuff like this in your bag, in your handbags, to help you eliminate body odor. So what is our next point? Sometimes we do wash our private areas. We wash them, but at least the inner part has to be healthy. You need to take care of your inner being, in your woman, your inner part of your vagina. It's very important, not just the outer part, but also the inner part. So what do? I, for myself, for one, I am not a doctor, but I'm a nurse. I'm here. I'm not obliging you to do it, but I'm just here to tell you what I do to prevent body odor. And since I've been doing these tricks, I've not had problems with body odor or infection. So what do? Guys, sometimes I use vinegar. I can get 2 spoons of vinegar in lukewarm water, like a cup of 150 mils, or just like a liter of water, and then I put in 2 to 3 spoons, eating spoons of vinegar. You can use apple cider vinegar as you want, but I just use regular white vinegar, or sometimes apple cider vinegar. I'm going to dilute it into that lukewarm water. I use a syringe, a smaller syringe. I'm going to use that syringe to collect that water and flush my inner woman. That's my vagina, the inner section of my vagina. It's going to help to pull down every impurity that is there. And also, you know, vinegar, apple cider vinegar is antibacterial, so it helps also to prevent you from having bacterial infection. Because if you have bacterial infection, a lot of bacteria, then it's automatically going to cause an infection and a body odor. Bacteria only harbors, unhealthy bacteria only harbors on places where it's going to cause odor. It gives you odor. It's going to infect that place. So what I do is I flush. I use apple cider vinegar or normal white vinegar. I dilute it in lukewarm water, and then I flush the inner part of my vagina. That is what I do. And this is also very important after your menstruation. You use lukewarm water with apple cider vinegar or normal vinegar. We don't want the pH of the water to be too acidic, because it's not going to, it has to be neutral. You can test it with your mouth. After diluting, testing it with your mouth. If it's not too acidic, it's just test normal that you can drink without any effect. Then it's good to flush your vagina with the inner part of your vagina, so as to remove any blood clots, the remaining blood clots after menstruation, or to remove any unwanted bacteria that is not supposed to be there, thereby reducing vagina odor. Sometimes I always use betadine. There are various types of betadine, but I'm using the blue container. It's mostly for gynecological purposes. It's a disinfectant. It contains iodine, and if you know you're allergic to iodine, please don't use this one. Don't use it. You can go with the vinegar and the lukewarm water. But I alternate. I use vinegar and lukewarm water, and then once a month or twice, once in 2 weeks, I go in with my iodine, with my betadine. This also helps you to minimize any infection that can take place in your vagina. It also helps in curing infection, because it's antibacterial. It kills any infection that is there. We know bacteria, when you are infected, it is obvious you will have body odor if not properly treated. Those are the things I do. Those are the tricks I do, the tips I can give you. So, also, another point is you have to drink a lot of water as a woman. Not only as a woman, also male. You have to drink a lot of water. Water helps to hydrate your body. And for those who have consumed alcohol, or during the day you've consumed a lot of alcohol, make sure you drink a lot of water, because that water is going to flush out all the alcohol from your system and also toxins. Because when you don't flush them out, that alcohol that you drank, when you go to the toilet and you urinate, it stings. And if it comes and stays around your vagina area, it can cause irritation, or it can cause, that's a breeding ground for bacteria. So when you flush, you drink a lot of water, it's going to hydrate your body. It's going to also help you to flush out all impurities, not only in your body, but also around your vagina area, allowing all the healthy bacteria that are needed to be there to protect you. And you do proper hygiene. There are a lot of products out there to wash your vagina area, to really take care, clean them once a week or twice a week. There are a lot of it. But I just tell you what I use. And then another point is, when we go to buy our panties, we don't take care. We just look at it, it's beautiful, and we just take anyone and go. Please avoid pants with nylon or synthetic. Go for cotton, with cotton material. Cotton is very breathable. And when you are, for those who sweat a lot, when you sweat and it accumulates, it dries up very fast, because the cotton pants are breathable. And anything that is breathable will avoid bacteria formation. When you use nylon pants, first of all, it irritates you. Some people are allergic to nylon. Some people, when you use nylon pants, it irritates you. If you are irritated down at your V, then the next thing is that when you are irritated, it comes with wounds and everything. And those wounds and everything is bacteria. Bacterial infection comes up. And when it comes up, what do you think? Body odor. Body odor. There are a lot of videos on YouTube talking about Not using nylon pants or synthetic pants. Go for cotton pants. There are beautiful pants, sexy pants that you have made out of cotton. Please avoid nylon pants. They are not breathable. They harbor bacteria a lot. They harbor bacteria a lot. And then, I know this one is not for young girls. My video is more to educate women. And let me tell you, knowledge is health. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is wealth. When you don't seek for knowledge, you don't know and you keep doing the wrong things. It's good to know things, to research, do research for yourself as a woman. Empowers you. Empower yourself. I am bringing this video to help women out there. I know our young girls, some people say, oh, you are talking about vagina and this. It is very important. Let them know the truth. It's not a bad thing to talk about vagina. Vagina is a normal medical term. There's no shame about talking what is part of you or how to take care of it. There is no shame. Some women just do, it's just laziness and neglect that causes them not to take proper care of themselves. This one about the point I'm going to raise might not be for younger girls. It might be, it's mostly for bigger girls who are already having a sexual interaction. There is no way you can go to have sexual intercourse without keeping your vagina clean, washing your vagina, and before sexual intercourse and after sexual intercourse. Why do I say so? Before sexual intercourse, it might be that during the day you have been there up and down, you've worn your pants liner, and then it happens that you have to have sex and you don't clean. There are bacteria there already. So when you go to have sexual intercourse without washing, when the man is penetrating, it takes those bacteria into your body. It takes it into your body, and that is what causes infection. It takes it from the outer part into the inner body. What we are trying to do is to protect the inner part from getting infection, and also the outer part. So it's advisable to always clean yourself before sexual intercourse and even after sexual intercourse. Because after sexual intercourse, it might be that during you start having some discharges due to the sperms that you receive, so it starts coming out. So what do? You clean yourself properly and put on a fresh pants and a fresh pants liner. It's going to prevent body odor. It's going to prevent that. I know this might not be, some people might not see it okay to speak about it, but I'm comfortable talking about it because I want to help women out there who need help. It's very important that we say it just the way it is, so somebody can learn from it. It's not a shameful thing to talk about things that can help you. We learn. Also, there's also one point I say. It's sometimes better to go to bed without any panties. Somebody will say, oh, why? I cannot. Yeah, it's very, very important. Why do I say so? You spend the whole day outside with pants, with pants liner, everything. Your vagina needs to breathe to be healthy. So when you take your bath in the evening, you're going to bed, don't put anything outside. That's the time where your vagina if there was an irritation or anything, it takes to heal. And that's also the time where your body breathes and rebuilds itself from anything that was irritation or anything that happened during the day. When your vagina breathes, it's going to be healthy. The bacteria, the important bacteria that are needed there also are going to be healthy. They will do their job perfectly. So it's very important that you go to bed without any pants. And then, above all, guys, I have this very important question I want to ask. Comment down below. Comment down below. We learn from each other. How long do you use your panties before you throw them to buy a new one? How long does it take for you to use a pant or your panties before you throw them to buy new ones? It is important to regularly change your underwears. Change them, buy new ones. Don't keep underwears that have been used during menstruation for longer periods. Throw them. Those panties bring a lot of odor if you don't know, guys. I don't know about you. Once you use your panty for two months, if you don't take note, you start having some odors, especially those who are using nylon panties. Guys, those things can smell. That's why I say nylon panties are not good. So synthetic. The more you change your underwears, the lesser you carry infection and the lesser you have body odor. Frequent changing of your underwears, buying new ones. Those things are in the market, they are cheap. Go there, look for panties every 2 months. I don't know. Comment down below, let me know how long does it take for you to change your underwears. That's very, very important. Not only for us as grown-up, for our kids, our young girls. How long does it take for you to change the underwears of your girl child? They say something. Teach the child when she's small, so that when she teach your child and give them values, so that when they grow up, they will not depart from those values that you have taught them. Let me see. How do you say that? That's saying when you teach your child to be clean or values, important things that a woman should do, when they grow up, they don't depart from them. They do those things. So it's right from childhood. So how long does it take for you to change your underwears? It's very, very important. And one last thing. If you discover that you're suffering from infection after doing all the tips and tricks that I've told you, all the tips that I've given you on how to prevent body odor, you still have this thing, this smell, this foul smell. You still have pains, irritations. What do? I advise you to visit your gynecologist, visit your doctor. It is very important. That very foul smell that you have done everything for it to go, it doesn't go. Visit your gynecologist. Definitely you might be suffering from infection when you don't know. There are many people carrying infection around, they don't know they have it. Visit your gynecology or your health practitioner. It is very important. So guys, that is what I have for you today. There might be many other points that I don't know, but that is what I do, and that's what I advise my girl child, my children, they do them. So try to share this video. It might help somebody somewhere. And if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, please don't forget to click that subscribe button, and also click the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. And if you find this video interesting, don't forget to leave your comment down below. Thank you, and see you in my next video. Bye.